Imagine standing at the edge of nothingness, a vast emptiness where time itself does not yet exist. There is no light, no sound, no form, just the stillness of potential. Then, in an instant, everything changes. A single, explosive event shakes the very fabric of existence, sending out waves of energy that ripple across the cosmos, creating space, time, and matter as we know them. The Big Bang, the moment when the universe was born. You feel the intense heat and pressure, though you cannot see or touch them. The space around you is charged with an energy so powerful that it bends the very laws of physics. You can sense the chaos, the incredible force pushing everything outward, expanding at an unimaginable rate. The air, though not yet formed, is filled with the raw energy of creation, as if the universe is being crafted in the blink of an eye. In this moment, there is no sky, no stars, no planets, just an incredibly hot and dense point of energy, containing all the matter that would eventually become the galaxies, the stars, and everything in between. You feel the ground beneath you begin to pulse, as though it is coming to life, stretching and expanding with every passing second. The heat is overwhelming, the energy palpable, as if the very molecules around you are being torn apart and reformed in the cosmic furnace. And then, as quickly as it began, the explosion slows. The immense heat begins to cool, and the first particles of matter begin to take shape. Atoms start to form, first hydrogen and helium, the simplest of all elements. They are tiny, yet they hold the key to everything that will follow. These elements will eventually come together to form the stars, the planets, and the galaxies that make up the universe. The first light begins to flicker, born from the energy of the Big Bang itself. It is faint at first, but it will grow stronger as the universe continues to expand and evolve. This light, this energy, will shape everything that follows. It will bring warmth to the cold expanse of space, creating the conditions for life, for growth, and for all the wonders of the cosmos. You stand in awe of this moment, the birth of everything. It is hard to grasp the enormity of what is happening. The universe is unfolding, and you are part of it. The energy around you is not just a distant force, it is in you, around you, filling the very space you occupy. Everything you see, every star that will ever shine, every galaxy that will spin, is connected to this moment. It all began here, in this violent yet beautiful explosion of energy and matter. And it is in this instant that the universe begins its long journey toward what it will become. As the tumultuous energy of the Big Bang begins to settle, a profound transformation begins to unfold in the vast expanse of the universe. The initial heat, intense and overwhelming, gradually cools down. But the universe is far from still. It is a place of dynamic change, and boundless potential. In this moment of cooling, the fabric of the universe is starting to form, shaped by forces too vast and complex to fully comprehend. You stand, not physically, but within the very heartbeat of creation, as the temperature of the universe drops, moving from a scorching, unimaginable heat to a more temperate state. The particles, once scattered in a violent cosmic dance, begin to slow down and settle. Slowly, but steadily, the first fundamental particles of matter begin to take shape. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. These building blocks, simple in form but profound in function, will go on to create everything in the universe: stars, planets, galaxies, and life itself. It is here that the first elements are born. The universe, still young and unformed, begins to pulse with life in the most basic form: hydrogen and helium. These two elements, the simplest of all, will become the foundation for everything else. Hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe, will eventually fuel the formation of stars. Those burning giants that will illuminate the cosmos with their radiant light. Helium, born from the fusion of hydrogen in the hearts of these stars, will contribute to the next generation of matter, enriching the cosmic soup with heavier elements in the future. At this early moment in time, the universe is still a chaotic place, a swirling mix of energy and newly formed matter. But in the midst of this chaos, there is an emerging order. The gravitational forces that have been at work from the very beginning begin to draw these particles together, slowly, imperceptibly. These forces, invisible yet all-powerful, act like an unseen hand, guiding the particles toward each other, shaping them into something greater. You can imagine the delicate dance of particles as they come together, one by one, held by the invisible grip of gravity. The hydrogen atoms, though simple, begin to cluster together, forming the first tiny clumps of matter. They are still incredibly small, barely noticeable, but they are the seeds from which everything will grow. These early clumps of matter will eventually form the first stars, those brilliant beacons of light that will ignite and burn, creating the next stage of the universe's evolution. As gravity continues its work, the cooling universe begins to take on a new rhythm, a more organized dance of matter. The first nebulae, vast clouds of gas and dust, begin to form in the dark reaches of space. These nebulae, though far from the bright and shining stars they will one day become, hold the potential for all that will follow. Within these clouds, the first true birth of light will occur, as hydrogen atoms come together in nuclear fusion to create the energy that will eventually become stars. The universe is no longer just a chaotic explosion of energy and matter. It is now a place of creation, a place where the raw ingredients for stars and galaxies are being carefully crafted. The elements of the cosmos are beginning to take form, not as separate, disjointed pieces, but as parts of a greater whole. Symphony of creation playing out over eons of time. Breathe deeply for a moment and imagine the vastness of this process. The universe is still in its infancy, its potential far greater than it can yet realize. In the dark reaches of space, the first elements, those fundamental building blocks, are coming together, drawn by gravity, shaped by the forces of nature. It is here, in this quiet corner of the universe, that the seeds of life are being planted, awaiting the time when they will grow, when they will burst into the light of creation. As the universe continues to expand, a quiet transformation begins to unfold. The particles that once filled the cosmos, scattered in every direction, are slowly coming together under the influence of gravity. The vast, empty stretches of space begin to feel less empty as the first faint wisps of light begin to emerge from the darkness. It is here, in the silent void, that the universe's first stars are born beacons of light that will illuminate the cosmos. For eons to come, imagine the space around you, vast and still. And yet within this stillness, there is a force at work, gravity. It is invisible, but you can feel it, drawing the particles of hydrogen and helium together, gently guiding them toward each other. At first, the gathering is slow, almost imperceptible, but as the particles come closer, the pressure builds, the heat rises, and the first spark of creation is ignited. You can almost feel the heat growing, the energy building in the air around you. The hydrogen atoms, once floating freely through space, are now compressed together, their tiny nuclei coming into contact in a violent yet controlled dance. They collide, and in that collision, energy is released, creating the first light feint. Fragile, but undeniable. It is the beginning of everything. The first star, a tiny point of light, is born. At first, the star is small, its light faint, but it grows steadily, fueled by the ongoing fusion of hydrogen atoms. As the pressure and temperature inside the star increase, the process of nuclear fusion accelerates, turning hydrogen into helium and releasing vast amounts of energy in the form of light and heat. The star begins to shine brighter, stronger, its energy radiating outward into the surrounding space, illuminating the once dark corners of the universe. You can feel the warmth of this star's light as it stretches across the vastness of space. It is the warmth of creation, of life, of all that will come. The first stars are not just points of light. They are the building blocks of everything in the universe. They are the furnaces in which the elements that make up everything else are forged. Inside these stars, hydrogen is transformed into helium. and helium into heavier elements, creating the very materials from which planets, stars, and even life will eventually form. As the first stars burn brightly in the darkness, they begin to interact with one another, their gravity pulling on the surrounding gas and dust, shaping the universe around them. These stars are the architects of the cosmos. They're like the first beacon of hope in the endless night. They are not alone, though. As they form, they create networks of gas and dust, swirling together to form nebulae, vast, glowing clouds of matter that will eventually give birth to new stars. These nebulae are the cradles of new creation. Inside them, the cycle of star birth continues, with new stars forming from the gas and dust left behind by their predecessors. The universe is alive with the energy of these newborn stars, each one a tiny piece of the greater whole. As the first stars shine, they begin to create a new reality for the universe, one filled with light and energy, and the promise of new life. With each breath you take, imagine yourself witnessing this ancient moment in time, the birth of light itself. Feel the heat of the stars as they ignite. Feel the energy building around you, shaping the universe into something new. You are here, in this moment, witnessing the birth of the first stars, the first light in the cosmos, the beginning of everything. And as you stand there, bathed in the light of these newborn stars, you realize that the universe is not just a place of cold emptiness. It is a place of creation, of constant renewal and growth. The stars that are born today will one day die, but their legacy will live on, scattered throughout the universe in the form of new stars, planets, and life. As the first stars shine brightly in the vast expanse of space, they begin to form clusters, their gravitational pull drawing them together like dancers joining in an eternal ballet. The universe, still young and in the throes of creation, is not a static place. It is a dynamic, ever-changing dance of light, matter, and energy. Stars are born, they shine, and they eventually die, each one playing its part in the grand cosmic symphony. Over time, these clusters of stars begin to merge and coalesce, forming larger groups, slowly but surely creating the first galaxies. Imagine standing on the edge of one of these early galaxies, watching as its stars twirl and spiral, caught in the invisible embrace of gravity. The stars, once isolated points of light, now move together as a unit, their collective gravitational pull shaping them into intricate patterns. Some of these galaxies are small and irregular in shape, while others begin to take on the more familiar spiral or elliptical forms, the building blocks of the universe's larger structure. As you watch these galaxies form, you can sense the vastness of the process, the way these massive collections of stars slowly shape themselves over time. The formation of a galaxy is not quick. It is a slow, deliberate process, one that takes millions of years to unfold. But in that time, everything changes. The stars within these galaxies are born and die, and with every passing cycle, the galaxy itself is shaped and reshaped as galaxies begin to form. They do not remain isolated from one another. They interact, sometimes gently, other times with immense force. Galaxies are not solitary islands in the void of space. They are part of a much larger network. You can feel the gravitational pull between galaxies, the subtle dance of cosmic forces that draws them together, sometimes causing them to collide. These cosmic collisions are not violent in the way you might imagine, but they are still powerful. The stars within each galaxy are far enough apart that they do not collide directly. Instead, the collision of galaxies reshapes their structures, merging their stars, gas, and dust into new, more complex forms. These galactic collisions give birth to new stars, new systems, and even new galaxies. In the aftermath of a collision, the gas and dust that were once part of two distinct galaxies now swirl together, forming new stars in a chaotic yet beautiful process. It is as if the universe itself is creating, destroying, and recreating in a continuous cycle. You can almost feel the energy of these collisions, the immense force, and the creation of something new out of the old. The light from newly born stars illuminates the surrounding dust clouds, casting a warm glow that spreads outward, signaling the birth of a new chapter in the universe's ongoing story. In the aftermath of these collisions, the newly formed galaxies begin to settle, their stars finding new orbits, their gas clouds condensing into new structures. Some galaxies are left with scars from their collisions, evidence of their violent birth. Others emerge from the chaos more harmonious, their stars, arranged in perfect spirals, each one revolving around a central core. These galaxies, now more stable, become the pillars of the universe, the building blocks of the cosmos. As you observe the quiet dance of these galaxies, you realize that the universe is not simply expanding outward. It is also weaving together, creating a vast, interconnected cosmic web. Each galaxy is a thread in this web, drawn together by the forces of gravity and the intricate interactions of cosmic matter. The universe is a delicate balance, a network of stars and galaxies that are constantly moving, interacting, and evolving. Take a deep breath and feel the slow, steady rhythm of the universe's expansion. The galaxies continue to spin, their stars glowing softly in the vast darkness of space, each one a small light in the cosmic expanse, is part of something much greater. They are not alone, not isolated in their own little pockets of space. They are connected, drawn together by the invisible threads of gravity, part of a much larger cosmic tapestry. As you stand in awe of the cosmic web, you realize that the universe is not just a collection of stars and galaxies. It is a living, breathing organism, constantly shifting, evolving, and growing. And you are a part of it, a small but integral part of the great dance of the cosmos. The vast expanse of the universe stretches out before you, an endless sea of stars, galaxies, and cosmic wonder. Yet, amid this seemingly infinite ocean of space, there is one galaxy that draws your attention, a spiral-shaped cluster of stars, dust, and gas, swirling slowly in the darkness. It is our home, the Milky Way. Imagine standing at the center of this galaxy, not as a person, but as an observer of time itself. You can feel the steady rhythm of the galaxy's rotation, the slow spin of its arms, gently carrying stars, planets, and nebulae along for the ride. The Milky Way, though vast, is still a relatively young galaxy in cosmic terms. It is part of a much larger, ever-expanding universe. Yet it carries a history all its own one that has shaped the very existence of life as we know it. The formation of the Milky Way began billions of years ago, at the very dawn of the universe's expansion. As the universe cooled and the first stars formed, these stars began to group together, drawn by the invisible force of gravity. Over time, these stars merged and collided, their gas clouds swirling together to form the beginnings of what would become a full-fledged galaxy. The Milky Way, like all galaxies, is the result of cosmic forces, gravity, dark matter, and the unseen forces that shape the universe working in harmony. As you stand within the Milky Way, you can imagine the gradual process of its formation. The early stars that helped form the galaxy were not as they are now, large, bright, and full of life. Instead, they were much smaller, dimmer, and their light was the first to fill the void of space. Over time, the Milky Way grew, its stars growing brighter, its structure taking form. You can feel the subtle shift of cosmic matter slowly coming together to create the spiraling arms that make this galaxy so beautiful and unique. The Milky Way's formation was not without its challenges. It collided with other galaxies, merging their stars and dust to form an even larger, more complex structure. These galactic mergers, though violent in the grand scheme of things, are part of the natural order of the universe. Each collision brought new energy, new stars, new possibilities for life. In the heart of the Milky Way, where the gravitational forces are strongest, there is a supermassive black hole, a mysterious and powerful force that shapes the galaxy's future. This black hole, invisible to the naked eye, holds the galaxy together, guiding the stars in their slow dance around it. You can feel the immense gravity of this black hole, even from where you stand. It is a quiet, powerful force, pulling everything toward it without ever needing to be seen. The black hole is a guardian of the galaxy, ensuring that its stars remain in motion, ensuring that the Milky Way continues to spin and evolve. The stars that make up the Milky Way are like the individual notes in a grand cosmic symphony. Each one, though it may appear insignificant on its own, is part of a larger pattern, a design that has been unfolding for billions of years. Some of these stars are young and bright, shining with the energy of youth. Others are older, their light dimming as they approach the end of their life cycles. But all of them, in their own way, contribute to the galaxy's rhythm, to its ongoing dance through space. Now, look at our solar system, a tiny speck within the vast Milky Way. Our sun, a middle-aged star in the grand scheme of things, sits at the edge of one of the galaxy's spiral arms. It is not at the center, nor at the outermost edge, but perfectly placed in the Goldilocks zona region that allows life to flourish on our planet. The planets, including Earth, orbit the sun in a delicate balance, held together by gravity, moving in harmony with the rest of the galaxy. The Milky Way is our home, and yet it is just one of billions of galaxies in the universe. As you gaze at the swirling stars, you realize just how vast and interconnected everything is. Every star, every planet, every life form is part of this grand cosmic dance. The Milky Way is more than just a galaxy. It is a living, breathing system, a delicate balance of forces that has taken billions of years to create. And it will continue to evolve long after we are gone. As you stand still, looking out at the stars that seem to stretch endlessly into the night, you realize that the universe, though vast, is not a static, unchanging place. The galaxies that fill the cosmos are not isolated islands in the void. They are moving, constantly shifting, pulling toward one another, colliding, merging, and reshaping. The Milky Way, the home we know, is part of a larger cosmic web, a vast, interconnected system where galaxies, though incredibly far apart, are bound by invisible forces that guide their movements. Imagine for a moment that you are drifting through the cosmos, weightless and free, watching the Milky Way and its neighboring galaxies as they move toward each other. The stars within each galaxy continue their slow dance, spinning around the center, held by the invisible pull of gravity. But the galaxies themselves are not standing still. They are drifting, drawn together by the immense gravitational force that binds all matter in the universe. Over billions of years, these galaxies will collide, their stars merging, their gas clouds intertwining. The Andromeda Galaxy, a neighboring galaxy to our own, is on a collision course with the Milky Way. It is hard to imagine the scale of this event, but as you drift through space, you can feel the immense gravitational pull between the two galaxies. Over the next 4 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda will collide and begin to merge, their stars intertwining, their gas clouds coming together to form new stars and nebulae. Though the collision seems violent, it is a slow and graceful dance, a cosmic waltz that has been playing out for billions of years. The stars themselves, due to the vast distances between them, will mostly pass by one another, never colliding directly. But the interaction between the two galaxies will spark new creation, triggering the formation of new stars and planetary systems in the process. It is a chaotic but beautiful event, one that marks the beginning of a new era for both galaxies. In the heart of this collision, the supermassive black holes at the center of each galaxy will begin to spiral toward each other. These dark, mysterious forces, invisible yet immensely powerful, will eventually merge, sending ripples through the fabric of space-time itself. The collision of these black holes will release unimaginable energy in the form of gravitational waves, ripples in space-time that spread out across the universe, forever changing the landscape of the cosmos. As the two galaxies merge, the Milky Way will become a part of something much larger, a new galaxy, born from the union of two great cosmic forces. It will be a galaxy unlike any we have known before, its stars arranged in new patterns, its structure reshaped by the forces of the collision. The galaxies will have become one, their separate histories blending into a new story, one that will continue to unfold over the course of billions of years. In the aftermath of this collision, the universe will continue to expand. The galaxy is slowly moving further apart once more, but they will never be the same. The forces of gravity, once pulling them together, will now guide them on their separate journeys, each galaxy continuing its own dance through the cosmic expanse. And yet, the memory of the collision will remain, a mark on the fabric of space-time that speaks of the constant motion and change of the universe. As you reflect on the vastness of the cosmic dance, you realize that everything in the universe is connected. The galaxies, though distant from one another, are all part of the same grand story. Each galaxy, each star, each planet plays its part in the unfolding drama of the universe. And though we may seem small, insignificant in the grand scale of things, we are part of this dance, too. The universe is not a place of isolation, but one of constant motion and change. A place where everything is connected in a delicate balance of forces, and where every action ripples outward, shaping the future of the cosmos. You close your eyes for a moment, and in that moment, you can feel the rhythm of the universe, the pulse of time stretching across billions of years, the movement of galaxies through the cosmos. The universe continues, its dance never ending, its story always unfolding. As the galaxies continue their slow, steady movement through the vast expanse of the cosmos. You begin to feel a deep, profound sense of peace. The universe is a living, breathing entity, full of creation, destruction, and constant renewal. Each star that is born, each galaxy that is formed, is part of an endless dance, a rhythm that has been unfolding for billions of years, and will continue long after the stars we see today have burned out and faded away. Imagine standing at the edge of time itself, watching as the universe stretches out before you, its galaxies slowly moving away from one another. The universe is expanding, its vastness increasing with every moment. But this expansion is not chaotic. It is part of a grand, orchestrated design. The universe moves with a purpose, and in this vast, interconnected web, everything is in its rightful place. You can feel the gentle pull of gravity, the invisible force that binds everything together. It is this force that holds galaxies, stars, and planets in place, that guides their movements and shapes the structure of the cosmos. It is a quiet, powerful force, one that moves through the very fabric of space and time. Gravity is the force that holds the universe together, and it is also the force that will eventually shape its future. As the universe continues to expand, it is not just the galaxies that are moving. Time itself is stretching, pulling apart the very fabric of space. The stars will burn out, their energy fading as their fuel is exhausted. The galaxies will drift further apart, the cosmic web slowly unraveling as the universe reaches the end of its current cycle. But this is not the end, it is merely the beginning of a new phase, a new chapter in the never-ending story of the cosmos. In this vast universe, there are many possible futures. Some galaxies will continue to expand, their stars slowly dying out in the cold emptiness of space. Others may collide again, forming new galaxies, new stars, new life. There are still many mysteries to be uncovered, many paths for the universe to follow, and yet, through all the uncertainty, there is one thing that remains constant: the rhythm of the cosmos, the eternal dance of time and space. As you reflect on the universe's future, you realize that the universe is not just a place of stars and galaxies. It is a place of stories, of creation and transformation. Every star, every galaxy, every life form is part of this cosmic story. And you, too, are a part of this story, a small yet significant thread woven into the grand tapestry of existence. You are not separate from the universe, not an observer standing on the outside. You are a part of the universe, made of the same elements, born from the same forces that shaped the stars and the galaxies. In this vast, infinite cosmos, you are a living expression of the universe's ongoing journey. Take a deep breath and feel the universe around you, the quiet pull of gravity, the gentle rhythm of cosmic expansion. Feel the pulse of the stars, the quiet hum of the galaxies, the constant, eternal flow of time. The universe moves, as it always has, and as it always will. An ever-expanding dance of creation and destruction. You are part of this dance, and as you let go of your thoughts and relax into the quiet rhythm of the universe, you begin to understand that everything is connected. The galaxies, the stars, the planets, the very air you breathe, all are part of the same cosmic system, all part of the same grand story. And just like the universe, you, too, are in constant motion, always evolving, always growing, always moving towards something greater. As the stars continue their dance and the galaxies move through the vastness of space, you feel a deep sense of peace. The universe is alive, and so are you. The rhythm of the cosmos will continue, and so will the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. In the quiet expanse of space, there is both infinity and stillness, creation and rest. And in this moment, you are one with the universe. As the quiet rhythm of the universe continues, the galaxies dance in the vast expanse of space, their movements slow and deliberate. The stars that shine within them, burning brightly in their prime, will eventually fade, and the galaxies themselves will slowly drift apart, drawn by the forces of expansion. But even in this apparent stillness, there is an eternal truth. Everything in the universe is part of a cycle of life, of death, and of rebirth. The universe is never truly at rest. It is a place of constant change, but that change is not chaotic. It is a calm, inevitable progression, a slow journey through time that shapes the cosmos in ways we can barely comprehend. Stars are born, live their vibrant lives, and die, releasing their energy into the vastness of space. And when they die, they create the conditions for new stars to form, continuing the cycle of creation. Imagine standing at the edge of the universe, where the light from distant stars no longer reaches you. The galaxies around you are distant, their stars dimming as their life cycles draw to a close. But even in the silence, you can feel the pulse of the universe. It is subtle, but it is there. The energy of creation is never lost. It only changes form. The light of dead stars lingers in the cosmic dust, the energy of their death becoming the building blocks of new stars, new galaxies, and new life. In this way, the universe continues its journey, a never-ending dance of creation and destruction. The death of one star is the birth of another. The destruction of one galaxy makes way for the creation of a new one. The cycle continues, as it always has and always will. The universe is in a constant state of renewal, constantly evolving, constantly changing, but always moving forward. Even in its quietest moments, there is the promise of something new to come. And as you stand here, on the edge of this infinite journey, you realize that you are a part of this cycle. You are connected to the stars, to the galaxies, to the very fabric of the universe itself. You, too, are part of the cosmic dance. Your life, though fleeting in the grand scale of time, is a part of the story of the universe, a thread woven into the tapestry of creation. Feel the connection as you breathe in the cool, still air. Each breath you take is a moment in time, a small part of the ongoing rhythm of the universe. The universe has no end, no beginning, only an endless journey of creation, destruction, and rebirth. And as you take a deep, soothing breath, you realize that in this vast, infinite cosmos, you are not alone. You are part of something far greater, a story that has been unfolding for billions of years and will continue long after you are gone. The stars above are distant. They light a faint memory of their once bright flames. The galaxies are far away, their shapes fading into the dark expanse of space. But in this moment, you feel connected to them. Their life, their death, their rebirth, it is all part of the same cycle, the same cosmic journey. You are part of that journey, just as the stars and galaxies are. And though the vastness of the universe may seem overwhelming, you realize that in this quiet moment, you are exactly where you are meant to be. The universe will continue to evolve, to expand, to create. But for now, in this moment of peace, you can rest. The eternal cycle of the cosmos is still at work, even in the stillness. And as you close your eyes and breathe deeply, you find comfort in the knowledge that you are part of something infinite, something timeless. The universe will continue its journey, and you, too, are a part of that journey forever, connected to the stars, the galaxies, and the endless rhythm of life. As you stand in the quiet embrace of the universe, you realize that you have journeyed through time and space, witnessing the birth and death of stars, galaxies, and the universe itself. Yet, even as the universe expands and evolves, there is a constant, unspoken truth. The universe is forever connected, and you are a part of it. Take a moment and feel the energy around you, the faint hum of the stars, the gentle pull of gravity, the quiet rhythm of life in every corner of the cosmos. The stars are still burning, the galaxies are still spinning, and the universe continues its eternal dance. It is a dance that has been ongoing for billions of years, and it will continue for billions more. Time may stretch out infinitely, but in this moment, you are a part of it, woven into the fabric of creation itself. You are not just a spectator in this vast universe. You are an integral thread in the cosmic tapestry, a small yet significant piece of the grand story of the universe. The atoms in your body were once part of distant stars. The energy that flows through you is the same energy that powered the first light in the cosmos. The universe has always been inside you, just as you are inside the universe. You are one with it, and it is one with you. The separation that may seem so evident is only an illusion. In truth, all things are connected as the stars above continue to shine. You feel a deep sense of peace. The universe is not a chaotic, disjointed place. It is a symphony, an endless song of creation and transformation. Everything in the cosmos, from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy, plays its part in this eternal melody. The stars, the planets, the galaxies, they are the notes of this symphony, each one contributing to the cosmic harmony. Even in the quiet stillness, there is music in the air. It is the sound of the universe moving, evolving, and creating. The light from the stars reaches across the vast emptiness, traveling through time and space to touch the corners of the universe. It is a light that is never truly extinguished, a light that continues to spread and grow, carrying with it the history of the cosmos. Even when the stars burn out and the galaxies fade, their light will continue to shine, echoing through the fabric of time. And in the quiet moments of reflection, as you take a deep breath, you realize that you are part of that eternal light. You are the echo of the stars, the pulse of the universe. Everything that has ever existed is part of this cosmic symphony, and you are woven into its melody. There is no end to this story, no final chapter, only an endless journey through time and space, through creation and destruction, through life and death. As you breathe in the stillness of the universe, you feel a sense of profound peace. The journey you have taken, from the birth of the stars to the birth of galaxies, from the beginning of the universe to this very moment, has led you to this realization: you are never alone. The universe is always with you, and you are always a part of it. The stars above, the galaxies far away, the cosmic web that stretches across the universe, these are not just distant objects. They are your family, your ancestors, your future. You are part of this eternal dance, this cosmic rhythm, and you will continue to be. Long after the stars have gone out, the universe will continue its song, and you will continue to be part of it forever. So let go of your thoughts and drift into the quiet of the cosmos. Feel the calmness that surrounds you, the peace of knowing that you are part of something much greater. The universe will continue to expand, to create, and to evolve, and you will continue to journey through it, ever connected, ever a part of the infinite rhythm of creation.